Hey everybody, thought I'd make a short video today, something that I noticed last night and been kind of looking at and thought I'd share. The thing you're looking at here in the blue is what they call the Djed pillar, and this is a very early representation of Osiris in ancient Egypt, if not the earliest. This website has some good info on it, and I just thought I'd read. It says this: the Tet or Djed pillar is the oldest symbol of the resurrected god and was of great religious significance to the ancient Egyptians. It is a symbol of his backbone and his body in general. The Djed is represented on two ivory pieces found at Helwan dating to the First Dynasty, evidence that the use of the symbol is at least that old. In these early times it is said that Osiris was probably represented by the Djed alone, and that he had no other form. Alan Gardner describes the Djed as a column imitating a bundle of stalks tied together, and ascribed to the meaning to be stable and enduring. Other possible interpretations are that it represents a segment of the backbone of Osiris, a tree trunk with its branches lopped, or the four supports of the sky combined as one pillar. And now I want to show you something. This is the ancient Djed pillar that is depicted in the temple at Abydos, a very important and a very old temple in ancient Egypt. And I want to show you what it looks like next to the temple structure at Teotihuacan. Now, one thing I noticed last night is, and Julie and I even talked about this before she made her image overlay for my Teotihuacan and Solomon's Temple upload, is what just the floor or the ground would look like cleared of all the sand and overgrowth. And because you really can't tell, you can see the dark area here, but on the outside the sand is kind of masked what it truly looks like. So what I did last night is, the best I could, is I kind of traced around these structures on the outside of what this base would actually look like. And it came out looking pretty much exactly like the top of the Djed pillar here. So what I did, and I did this very fast and kind of crudely, is I just lined these two images up side by side. At the bottom I have these figures standing on where Julie and I had the base, or where the man was standing, the figure of the man on our overlay. And that got it lined up right at the bottom here. And if you come up the Avenue of the Dead here at Teotihuacan, it matches up with this coming up here. And these ledges here match up perfectly. This one at the bottom lines up with the bottom of the plaza. The second one goes right in between these structures here. Third one goes right in between the structures here, if you notice. And the top lines up perfectly with the top of the temple at Teotihuacan. And the place of the ark right here matches up with the sun symbol here. And even if you take these little structures on the outside of the plaza, and if you overlaid it on this, they would actually sit on these little ledges here perfectly. These little square structures would fit right in here perfectly. So, I'm going to leave the link for my Teotihuacan and Solomon's Temple upload. Julie made the image for me. She included how these structures at Teotihuacan match up with Orion, the three belt stars, and now we have this very ancient symbol of Osiris matching up with the complex at Teotihuacan. So there's another Orion-Osiris connection between these places in Egypt and Mexico. I just thought that was worth uploading. Hope you have a nice weekend. Have a nice night.